Hello, Lose Weight with Macros family. Welcome to another episode of Lose Weight with Macros, the Basics podcast. With me, your host, Verona. I'm a behavior change nutrition coach and I help women who are stuck in that cycle of yo-yo dieting. And I help you do this by digging deep and finding out the psychology behind yo-yo dieting. And if you didn't know, the actual definition for yo-yo dieting is this: a repeated cycle of weight loss followed by weight gain. And that is what I do as a behavior change coach, help you to overcome and break that cycle and deal with your stress triggers, your stress eating and emotional eating by uncovering the root cause of that. And then we build healthy, sustainable habits without restricting yourself from food. Now, if this sounds like the type of podcast that you need to listen to, then you're in the right place. And one of the things that we love to do here is bring your coffee, come as you are, had in your pen, and let's get into today's episode, the unhealthy side of weight loss diets. Hey friends, hope you're having a fantastic day and happy new year. If I have not said it to you already, welcome to the show. If you are new, my intro just let you know who I am and what I do. And I've also struggled with yo-yo dieting itself. I've done the keto, the Beachbody, the shakes, the pills, the fat burning pills that say they're going to help you burn fat. All they did is burn a hole in my bank account when it didn't work for me. And so if you're like me, and I just want to give you something that you can go away with from today's episode and actually start to make changes. So if that sounds good, let's get into the unhealthy side of weight loss diets. Tell me if you relate to this. Now, I can't hear you. Obviously, I can't hear you unless you send me a voice note to hear your views on today's episode or the episodes in general. Send me a voice note. Would love to hear it. So tell me if this sounds a little bit like you. I've been on a lot of diets, and this isn't my story, by the way. This is a story that might be yours, and I'm going to tell you how you can overcome this. So this story says, I've been on a lot of diets and I know just how hard it can be to lose weight, but it's important to remember that the best way to lose weight is through healthy eating and exercise, not through diet pills or starvation or extreme exercise programs like I was doing. I used to think that if I could just lose 10 pounds, I'd be happy. And then when I did lose 10 pounds, I was still unhappy because now my body was different than what I was used to. So then I try again and again, losing 15 pounds this time. Then I lost 20 pounds the time after that. But I never felt satisfied with my progress, no matter how much weight I lost. But it wasn't until I changed my mindset about what weight loss meant to me, then things really started to change. And if you want to lose weight in a healthy way and feel good about yourself while doing it, then I highly recommend Verona and her program. Thank you, Alison. That is so amazing. Thank you so much. Now, I actually do have a very similar stories to Alison's. Now, if you haven't heard it before, I did not weigh myself. I stopped weighing myself, got to a point where I don't even think there were scales in the house. And that is what the unhealthy side of weight loss is. And from personal experience, the unhealthy side of weight loss for me personally is no matter how much weight that I lost, like Alison, I was not happy because I was looking to this weight loss to fix me, to fix my rejection issues, to fix all of those things that I saw wrong with myself and my insecurities. And when I didn't see that it wasn't fixing me, I then fluctuated and started to eat foods that weren't good for my body. Unfortunately, one of the favorite foods that I love that isn't good for my body because of the ingredients is Chinese food. I absolutely love Chinese food, but 3 of the main ingredients that make it taste what it is, MSG, monosodium glutamate, that was also used as a flavor enhancer in other foods I've come to find out. Soy sauce and sesame oil, sesame seed, all forms of soil. My body does just not like it. So that is something that I would go to when I stood on the scales and I couldn't see the weight going off in the time frame that I wanted it to, or the way that the diet said that you're going to do this and then you're going to see the weight loss come off. It didn't quite happen for me like that. But like Alison says, if you want to lose weight in a healthy way and feel good about yourself while you're doing it, you need to check your mindset. And that literally is how I became a mindset coach, why I focus on mindset coaching, why I focus on understanding the psychology and dealing really with the thoughts that we have, the self-sabotage and all of those things. We get into those things. Have you ever done a real deep clean around the house? Like you've taken all the food out, the cupboards, the pantry and the fridge. You've taken it out. Instead of wiping around it, you wipe underneath the containers and you wipe the cupboards. You literally bleach that area clean. Like, I mean, unplug the fridge, take it out, throw out things. That's deep cleaning. That's what it's like when it comes to mindset coaching. We're digging into those areas, and you'll be surprised at how many things you throw away, how many old tins of food that are in there that you just saving for another day. This is what it can be like when it comes to mindset coaching, really getting into the back of those cupboards, the back of those places, and dealing with those real key things, helping you to identify these things. I will say it's not counseling, though I can practice counseling. I'm not your counselor, and this is not offered as counseling. It's offered as ways to help you change your behaviors, and we do that by using some of those tools that help you navigate those changes. If you're somebody who is interested in behavior change coaching, I would absolutely love to have a conversation with you, absolutely, to see if you're a good fit for this. vanutritioncoaching.co.uk/coaching is where you can find more information to see what behavior changing is about and to see if this is a good fit for you. So that's my personal experience of the unhealthy side of weight loss and the diets. Now, one of the ways that I'm going to help you today is I'm going to go through some tips, and that's what I like to do on this episode. There are mindset episodes, there are faith episodes, there are fitness episodes, there's nutrition episodes, talking all about macros, hence the name. But there's all types of episodes. But today we're digging into the unhealthy side of weight loss, and it may fall into a mindset episode actually. So how do you do that? How does that happen for you? Well, one of the ways that you can do this is to try to avoid diets that claim to be a one size fits all, because there isn't really a diet that is going to be the be all and end all. I know everybody promises that their product is the best thing since sliced bread with extra butter and crunch in it, but realistically, when you've tried it, you actually know this is not it. This is not actually cutting it. So when it comes to diets that you can do, one of the definitions of diet is restricting yourself from food in order to lose weight. Now, instead of restricting yourself, is there another way that you can do this? Can you lose weight without restricting the foods that you eat, without having to eat dangerously low calories or calories that your child should be eating? And if you answered yes, then that's a good answer, because of course there is a way, but we need to come away from this. There's only one diet that will ever help me. I've been there too, and it's no fun. The second thing is to avoid diets that require you to give up your favorite foods or only eat certain things. Now, I don't know if you know, but I actually did the keto diet. Now, for anybody that is a keto hun and want to try and come for me, I'm going to tell you straight that it is a diet. Anything that restricts you or causes you to restrict a certain food group or a food type is a diet. No matter if you think it isn't, that's what science says. That's what the dictionary says. I'm going to call it what it is. I said what I said. And when it comes to doing that, avoiding it or just not doing it at all, you don't really need to avoid it. Don't do it. Don't do diets that require you to give up your favorite foods or only eat certain things. However, I will put a caveat on the only eat certain things. You can only eat this. You can only eat that. You can only eat this. Unless your medical provider has told you that, why are you only eating things? Only eating things that are not carbohydrates, or only eating foods that are white foods and not green foods. Sometimes we do the weirdest things and I don't know why. But when we check where we're getting our information from and actually really address it, this helps us to be in control of our food rather than food or the diet industry being in control of us. Number 3, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Yay. Reality is, my friends, there's no magic diet that will make you lose weight faster and keep it off for longer, because the chances are, if you're restricting from diets and the restriction means you can't have a certain food, the more we feel restricted, the more we want that food. Have you ever been in that position where somebody says to you, don't, or don't do this, don't do that, don't do this? Or if you look at children when they're in that explorative stage and you're telling them, no. Children, especially boys, unless you've got a talented, or girls, but you've got a really explorative girl, you're telling her no, but she's looking at you with such coyness, or he's looking at you with such coyness and mischievous in his eyes. When you're not looking, and then you turn back, where do you find them? You find them in the place that you told them not to go to, innit? Or the other thing is you hear them scream, and you're like, who told you to go there? I told you, don't touch it. Now you know. But sometimes we want to help them and, tell them before they go to it. But children, when they're explorative, when they're in that stage, they actually like to learn before they feel. They like to feel it before they learn. I don't know why, but that's sometimes what children do. And sometimes we can still have that thing in us as adults. Though we're adults, we can tend to believe those things that other people tell us, but they don't tell us the real deal. Let's keep on track with the keto diet. So if you didn't know, I actually did keto and I did it for 9 months. The point that I was in my health is my health dictated to me it's time to lose weight. And this also falls in line with the unhealthy side of weight loss diets, because what happens with weight loss is it's completely glamorized, and we start to objectify other women, even though we admire their before pictures and their after photos, and we admire what they've done. There's nothing wrong with doing that. send her a message or send her a comment and say, you look fantastic. Well done on this hard work. We admire the before and after pictures, but we don't know what goes on the inside. And we're asking these intrusive questions where we're like, what did you do? What diet did you do? What did you eat? How much weight did you lose? And it's too much. It's overwhelming. And you think if you went to an interview for a job and they're asking you bang, 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 bang questions after that, you'd be like sweating and profusely sweating in your chair. And you're like, why are they asking you question after question after question after question so rapidly like that? All you want is the job. There's no way that you would take this job. You'd feel uncomfortable. You'd feel overwhelmed. You'd want to get out of that place. You'd want to finish. When they ask you if you've got any questions, like, no, thank you. No questions. I just want to go. There's no way that you would be comfortable with that. But yet some of us feel that it's the right thing to do. Ask a woman a barrage of questions. What did you do? What did you eat? It's overwhelming. Instead of doing that and believing the hype, how about we accept the truth? As hard as it is, there is no magic diet pill that will make you lose weight faster. On the subject of dieting, of the subject of keto, the keto huns, there are huns everywhere in MLM supplements. The keto huns do not tell you that your urine smells stank. Okay, your urine, you've got keto BO, you've got keto breath, you've got keto flu. These are not positive things. But nobody will tell you that. When they're telling you they're selling their things, their little sachets, and they're doing the dry scoop nonsense that they do over on social media, nobody is telling you my breath stank. You can't, their food may look nice and their body may look great, but they're not telling you when they're trying to be intimate, no matter what you're doing, no matter how much time you wash, no matter how much you use soap you use, it's because your body is doing things that it's not naturally supposed to be doing. So you're forcing it into doing something that it's not been designed to do. The way that keto was designed was in the 1920s for neurological conditions. And in 2022 and 2023, the research has still shown that that's what it's used for. Yes, you can use it. Nobody says that it's used for fat burning. People have twisted it and used it for their gain, but they don't tell you that you got a whole heap of problems. They also don't tell you that there's a woman who lost her life because it affected her kidneys so much. Even though she was warned not to do it, she chose to do it and she lost her life, sadly. People are not telling you this. This is the unhealthy side of weight loss. People are portraying it to be the be all and end all, and it's costing people their lives. So don't believe the hype. And that ties nicely into the next point, number 4. Be wary of quick fixes and extreme diets that promise to eliminate belly fat in a week or get rid of cellulite overnight. I have to laugh and I have to sit back for this one because I have believed this nonsense. I would literally search online, not even just me, you would search online and you're like, how do I lose belly fat fast? I've done that belly fat fast thing. You know what I did? I don't even want to tell you. I found it and I said, you know what I've done? I've actually done, I can't remember what it's called. It used to come in a grey bag with pink writing. I don't know if they're still on social media actually, but it was a skinny tea, claiming to be a skinny tea. So a skinny tea, you just happened to drink this tea bag and then that would burst your belly fat. Actually, they're not around anymore. Literally, I've just tried to search on Instagram and it says waste of effing money. You're damn straight. Skinny tea, I'm pretty sure this is just liquid laxatives so that you can poop yourself to becoming 5 kg lighter. I literally just tried to find the supplement that I did. I can't actually find it. Probably because they've gone out of business or rebranded or called their names. So that's his words. That's not mine. So when it comes to these things, be wary of these quick fixes that promote quick weight loss. And you know what? This is going to make you lose. All you need to do is just drink this tea. The marketing department knows what they are doing. They are preying specifically on certain type of women. You who are stuck in the cycle of yo-yo dieting, that right now you just want anything. And how long are you going to keep doing that? How many years are you going to keep doing that? I did the same thing, until my health said fix up. My health was like, nope, come slap you upside the head. You better fix up. And that's the thing. We need to be wary of this. We need to be wary of things that call them fat burning pills. We need to be wary of these super shakes that call themselves superfood shakes. And the amount of protein that they have, there's no protein in it. I don't know what they're getting, but it could be synthetic protein, but not actually real protein amino acids that are in there. If I've just lost you, don't worry about that. But focus on the fat loss. I'll break it down when it comes to protein. But £145 for a protein shake? Never. £67 for a protein shake for 30 days of supply for $67? You're paying for the name and the marketing company, babes, and your upline. This is not it. This ain't it. Number 5, listen. Girl, listen to episode 109, 110, 111. You know what I mean when I'm talking about it there. Number 5, look for a program that provides long-term support and teaches you how to change your habits and can help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, one of the programs that I've created is Focus on the Fat Loss. And in Focus on the Fat Loss, it's a macros group coaching program and it's an intimate program for a group of 20 women. And we come together from all over the world, literally the States, the US, Australia, wherever you are. If your goal is that you want to come off this yo-yo dieting and you want to learn how to track macros effectively and to be accountable for the food choices, so you actually tackle the problem head on without running away from it. If you want to learn these things, this is what these programs I've put on, I've created for you to be able to do that. Now, not every woman is going to be able to do this program. That I understand. You have to make that decision for yourself. I can't force you. But you walk away with a comprehensive nutrition based program. And the science, everything that I've learned, I'm applying to you to help you change, because I've been stuck on that, trying to find the one diet, trying to be happy with a certain type of weight, believed the hype, bought the slimming pills, bought the slimming teas. The slimming teas are no longer in action. They've gone they've gone bust. And so what happens then? Believe the hype, and I've done plenty of quick fixes. And one thing I didn't do that I should have done was look for a program that provide long-term support. And I didn't do that. And so there are women out there, and there are women that you know, and you might even be that woman that's doing the same thing. So today's episode of The Unhealthy Side of Weight Loss Diets is to bring you the awareness and to encourage you that you're not alone in this struggle. And if there's anything that you can take away from today's episode, not just the programs, not just working with me, one of the things that you can do is to don't diet. Now, if you've been used to this for a while, it's going to be hard at first. Of course, I acknowledge I don't take that lightly, but don't diet. If you think of it like this, I'm saying to you, okay, let me put that in another way. What I'm saying to you is stop restricting yourself from foods that you like because someone else is telling you to. You have to get to a point where you believe what I say, or other coaches that have the same message as me. You believe what we say is the truth, and that's going to take time to do. What is it going to take for you to believe this truth? Because we can only say it so many times before you actually take a step and believe it. But diets are designed to keep you putting money in their pockets. And it's predicted that the diet industry will be worth billions by the year 2025. It's either you decide you want to keep spending money and fueling that, or you want to take that money to prevent that. And you can even maybe become a coach and coach others. So you're making sure that you're not dieting. You're finding the root causes of your emotional eating and stress, planning your meals in advance. That's a key thing. Making small changes rather than drastic ones, and being prepared to make mistakes. Want to know the worst thing about yo-yo dieting is you don't really learn why it happens. You just start a diet, then you lose some weight and you celebrate and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel better. I can feel my clothes fitting better already. I've got more energy. I've never had this amount of sleep before. And then you celebrate with food, and then what ends up happening is you go back to your old habits, then you regain the weight that you'd already lost, and it adds some tax. Friends, if you've been in this position, there's no shade. I've been in this position, my clients have been in this position, and I want to help you come away from this cycle of yo-yo dieting. In a recent survey, 95% of dieters said they were frustrated and or discouraged by their yo-yo dieting habits. Now, if you know what to do but don't know how to do it, you're in good company. Breaking the yo-yo cycle is very possible. There are many reasons why diets fail, but the solution is simple. Reserve your spot for the Ditch the Yo-Yo Diet workshop today and start losing weight for real. Head over to the website vanutritioncoaching.co.uk/diets to reserve your spot. But for now, friends, let's continue with today's episode. The diet culture does not tell you don't diet, because it's telling you don't pay me your money. It's not telling you to find the root causes of your emotional eating and stress, because they want to keep you attached to them. It may tell you to plan your meals in advance, but there's a caveat to the way that you do it. You have to do it according to their definition of planning your meals. You could plan your meals loads of different ways. It doesn't tell you to be prepared to make mistakes. It doesn't tell you to make small changes rather than drastic ones. It just tells you that you are the problem if you fail. That is one of the unhealthy sides of weight loss diets that they don't easily promote. We get caught up in the razzmatazz and the jazz, the beautiful things, the great things, but we don't see the things that are hidden, that actually are the things that keep you stuck and keep you repeat same cycles over and over again. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of today's episode. It happened to be a mindset one, actually. I didn't set out for this one to be a mindset one, but this is where it went. Just go with the flow. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review over on Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen to this. And don't forget to fill out the survey. In the show notes below, you will find the survey link and ways that you can work with me and to make me your coach. I'd love to work with you, and also to have some of you on the show this year. It's a brand new year. We're doing amazing new things wherever God's taking us. I can't wait to have you on the show. And you feel like, huh, what does that mean? Free Coach Fridays. Free Coach Fridays just basically means that Free Coach Fridays, an opportunity for someone to actually jump on stage. I'm used to singing. Jump on a live call with me and actually go through something that you are struggling with. But one of you will have the opportunity to do that with me over on Free Coach Fridays. And that, my friends, ties us in nicely to the end of this episode. But I can't wait to catch you on a Monday, Wednesday, or a Friday, which will give you another opportunity to listen and tune in to all things macros, faith, food, fitness, fun, and Free Coach Fridays. Can't wait to catch you on the next one. Hey friend, you made it to the end of the episode. What was your biggest takeaway from today's episode? Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review over on iTunes. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about today's episode, or you need help, then you can contact me over on Instagram at VA Nutrition Coaching Podcast, or email me support@vanutritioncoaching.co.uk, or you can head over to the Facebook page VA Nutrition Coaching Podcast. It helps us reach even more women who are fed up with dieting, don't know how to lose weight, they're frustrated with following Sally's results and they're not getting any of their own, and they just finally want to shed some pounds and do it in a way that they can sustain and they can enjoy. But my friends, that's a wrap for today's episode. I can't wait to catch you on the next one. Until then, friends, stay healthy, stay blessed, and remember, if you haven't already downloaded your 5-ingredient recipe pack, you can go to the website vanutritioncoaching.co.uk/recipes and download your 5-ingredient recipe pack. Who said healthy eating was boring? See you next time, friend.